everybody. Welcome back. Live at Drew's house, another edition. It is, it is September. When did that happen? Does that mean
Today.
Summer's over? Today. Good answer. September has arrived. Man, all right. Well, John Moynihan's in the house, Executive Director, Firehouse Center for the Arts, Newburyport. Longtime friend of the show here. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. Things are good.
That's good. That's
we were
good.
just having. We were at the same concert recently.
We were. Before we get into that, I'm going to talk about September.
Okay, more September. Yep.
Well, there's more. We got to make sure that Billy Joe Armstrong is sleeping now.
Yeah.
We have 30 days of slumber, so we've got to make sure the 30th that we wake him back up.
That's right. Okay, that's right. Yeah, wake me up when September ends. That's
true.
good.
It's true.
The who was that? Was that Earth, Wind, and Fire? I was saying.
That was Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah.
Does anybody know those words?
September. That's in there.
A cloudy day. That's a fun song.
That is a good song.
Yeah, they're a great band, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
They're a great band. I mean, I feel like nowadays you can find like a song about pretty much every month. Like April 30th, everyone does that Justin Timberlake meme.
Yeah,
which
true.
I love.
Yeah,
it's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May. Yeah. And then there's another great September one too. I have a September song on the old playlist I got.
Okay.
I don't really. I'm gonna play it later. I'm gonna figure it out as we go.
I like that.
It's nice. I can't believe it's not coming to me. I hate it when that happens.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
You can send all your. You want to look it up as we go.
Yeah,
you can send all your September requests to us. What's your favorite song about a time of year or a month? You got one? Oh,
geez,
wow.
There we
Didn't
go.
mean to actually play it. So what was I last listening to?
When I was getting married, which it'll be 10 years this January.
Wow.
10 years.
Congratulations.
This January.
Come back for the anniversary.
I will. I'd love
Bring
to.
your wife.
I don't know. She doesn't. She loves.
She doesn't like me.
It's not you, Drew. It's not you. It's me.
It you? Yeah.
The Avett Brothers have a great song, "January Wedding."
Oh, I know that one. Yeah.
Yep. I thought we could use it as our wedding song. Played it for a couple people. They're like, "That's not a wedding song." I was like, "All right, well, I will think of it as that."
Yeah.
So that's a big one. That's a big one that I really like.
It is. Why is it not a wedding song? I'm trying to think of the lyrics.
I don't know. I mean, it is very specifically a January wedding song.
Yeah.
So I think people thought it was a little.
I hear you.
As it comes with Avett Brothers, it's either really upbeat or it's really morose.
Yes.
And
There's a lot of morose with them.
A lot of morose.
J.P. Cooper September song. Nice jam. If you want to take a listen.
I don't know that one.
It's good. It's nice.
I don't know that one.
I like it. It's on my old list.
Okay. That gives us back. That can bring us back to our true love of Dave Matthews.
True. Yeah.
Which is one of my other favorite holiday songs, or not holiday songs, but time period songs, is Christmas song.
Christmas song, yeah.
So good.
You get it around the holidays a lot.
Yeah.
I got it at the Garden one night, and I was like, that's one of my favorite set lists.
Did he play it with Tim? Was it with just him and Tim, or was it the whole band?
It was the band, but...
Interesting.
I'm trying to think if it was like a stripped down band though. It was like that first encore thing where he usually does solo, but he had some help.
Oh,
yeah. It was nice. Yeah. So you were at the Guilford shows.
I was,
or one of them.
Yes, I was at the first.
You were
one.
at night one. I was at night two. I think that's how I remember it. I remember jetting out of here. Sarah remembers me. Sarah Blackstone producing today, directing, and she's actually the only one here today. So she's doing everything.
As always.
As always. Well, actually, no. We've had good help over the summer, but some of our summer help is like they had to go back to school or something. Like what?
Why?
I know.
Why? Graduate already.
I know, it's overrated. Don't ever listen to that, kids.
Yeah.
It's horrible advice. I don't actually mean it. Small joke.
You should go.
You should probably go to school. But Sarah probably remembers me running out of here because I left right from the studio, went up to Guilford and had a great... I love that place.
It's a great spot. It's a great location.
Venue.
It's a great location. Yeah. We used to live right up in the area, so
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so
a New Hampshireite.
In New Hampshire, up there, up in.
Does that make you a New Hampshireite? What are you, a New Hampshire?
I don't know. I don't really know what it is, to be quite honest with you. But there was we'd always try to avoid the traffic on the nights they had concerts, because sometimes trying to get up there, if you're leaving work a little too late, it can be quite a struggle.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Well, just getting through it. If you're not going I will say the traffic around the show, like getting out of there, much easier than any like Mansfield or anything.
Yeah,
it was great.
They've done a really good job of working out how to make it work. Because there's definitely been some times where they've had the struggle, but now they have you go in the far entrance, so everybody comes down that way. It seems so much easier.
Yeah, I don't know, because that can, you know this, you go to enough shows, that can ruin the concert experience. Like when you have to sit in the parking lot for 2.5 hours.
Absolutely.
Get home at 3 a.m. to your dogs that are like, woo, what happened?
Right, exactly.
You know?
It's like leaving a Patriots game.
Yes. Oh,
So
same deal.
worst. Route 1.
There's no way to get in that area. Foxborough, Mansfield, all those. There's no way to do it easily.
Seriously, and because they're so close to each other, if either of them has an event on like the same day, it is just like make a day of it. You're leaving at 9 a.m. You're not getting back till midnight.
Yeah, there was one day I went to a Patriots. Remember when Brett Favre came back with the Jets?
The Jets are the Vikings.
Vikings. That's what it was.
I was at that game too.
I was at that game.
Oh my
4:15 game in Foxborough.
Yeah.
Did he ever play for the Jets, or was that just rumored?
He did play for the Jets. He played for the Jets for a couple seasons. That's where he got in trouble for sending those pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the Jets.
Look it up on your own time, people. That 4:15 game with the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
That was it. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Went long anyway.
Yep.
You probably stayed till the end. It was a good game.
My brother-in-law's from Minnesota. So anytime the Vikings make their way out here,
That's funny. How often do our paths cross?
It's every 8 years. Yeah, it's every 8 years.
Okay, every 8 years.
Because they play every division in the NFC every 4 years. So like we're playing the Vikings this year.
I meant you and I, not their paths.
Oh.
Dave Matthews.
Thanks, Sarah.
She laughed at us from the window.
Out in the back. Probably more
every 8 days.
Yeah, every 8 days. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I thought we were talking sports, and then here we go. Yeah. Honestly, probably quite often we frequent similar things.
I just saw you downtown the other day.
I know, it was nice. Hence why I'm here.
And that's where it got me thinking. But that game, so that 4:15 game, I think it went late. Probably we say it goes to 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. I had to in those days. I was going into the WBZ newsroom in Boston at like 2 in the morning.
Perfect.
That was my shift.
Yeah.
2 in the morning. I was living in Brighton.
Yeah.
I was out of college, living in Brighton, doing the work in Boston thing, and I literally got into my Brighton parking lot. It wasn't actually a parking lot, parked on the street, but I pulled in front of my Brighton apartment and looked at my watch and said, "Oh my goodness, I have to go to work." 4 o'clock afternoon football game. I almost didn't get to work in time because how bad the Foxborough traffic was.
I know, it's insane, absolutely insane. What can you do?
Sorry, Robert Kraft, but that needs to be better.
Seriously, you have a whole village.
It is his village now, right? But what can they do? There's like one way.
I know. Like they need to build another road in because Route
like a
1,
big dig Foxborough style.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just so it's a 2-lane road. It's a 2-lane road. Yeah. I don't know why you expect to get like 100,000 people between the two venues on a 2-lane road.
Well, remember Garth Brooks this year, right?
That's right. He played. No, what happened?
He had to I had family who went. How do you feel about the Garth Brooks thing? First of all, we'll get to traffic in a second. But people think my cousin once said, "Oh, well, you can't stand Garth Brooks." I was like, "Not true, not true."
I can't stand Chris Gaines, but
okay. But I don't quite get the love affair. Like some of his songs are fine. But these people that that are bawling their eyes out, you can say the same thing with me and Springsteen. That's fine. I get it.
Fair enough, yeah.
Or Dave,
Yeah.
But I just don't quite get the Garth Brooks thing.
I mean, I like him. I think there are.
He's fine. There's nothing not to like.
No, there's nothing. There are some. He has some really good songs. Who doesn't love Friends in Low Places?
Me.
It's a classic. You don't love that song? Mm-mm. Oh my. Okay.
I think it's just overplayed. That's not his fault.
Yeah, no, it's not his fault. People love it.
I don't love it though.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to be one of the people that loves it. But the. Colin Baton Rouge.
I do like that.
That's a great one.
Yeah, it's a fun song.
That's a great one. Yeah. I mean, I guess I really got into like Friends in Low Places when I was in college and throwing back those beers like, oh, this is a great song to drink to.
Yeah.
But yeah, then
it's better than the to drink to. Is that right? Remember that one? The slow. I think that's the one he wrote about his wife there.
Trisha Yearwood.
Dance.
Yeah, I mean, he's just royalty within it, and I get it.
I can't figure out why.
Because he's like the Springsteen of country music. He puts on a great show
with fewer songs by a million.
Sure. I mean, Springsteen just like writes the songs and no one understands what he says anymore. But like Garth Brooks, he just puts on a really good show, and that's what I think. That's what I think people.
I think that's what it is too.
He's a 3-hour country show.
Yeah, I told my cousin Patrick, who I play tennis with a lot. I was telling him. He said my mother's going to the show with my sister. They were going together to Foxborough.
Yeah.
And I said, I wonder if Garth will do the crying thing, because every time I see him, he's emotional about things, and I think it actually actually is genuine. I actually don't think it's fake crying. I think it is. I think it's genuine. I think he's just an emotional man.
Yeah.
But so he's like, yes, I'm home. My mother comes home. She goes, you're not going to believe this, Patrick. He started crying on stage. and my cousin's going, I didn't have the heart to. Yeah. I just said, oh, wow. Yeah. She goes, best show I've ever seen. So there it is. Yeah, so many people leave and they say best show they've ever seen.
I know.
Maybe I just got to go. Maybe I'll be completely moved.
Yeah. Maybe you will be. Maybe you will be. I don't know.
But it was in Foxborough, so I just won't drive.
Yeah. Not going. It's like I'm going next week, next Thursday, to My Chemical Romance is playing in Boston.
How lovely.
My wife is big into them, and I was never really into them. I started listening to them more when she's like, I get it. Like emo music was not my jam. Yeah. Kind of more into it now.
Interesting how that happens, huh?
Yeah, so it's all right. It's all right.
She's like starting to see you turn. She's like, yes.
Yeah, right. No, like, I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to see that show. But then my brother-in-law's like big into death metal, like metal. So the night before Christmas. Not on Christmas. Night before Thanksgiving, we're going to the new venue at Fenway.
Oh, the MGM.
To see MGM to see Amon Amarth, which is like Viking metal, with Cattle Decapitation is the name of one of the other bands that's going to be there. So also look that up on your own time.
It's one of those easy listening shows.
And listen to it. He's going to bring earplugs.
Yeah,
he's going to bring earplugs.
Okay. James Taylor was there the other night.
James Taylor was there the other night.
Yeah, looked great.
We had
my sister went to that one too.
Nice. What'd you think?
She's going to more shows than I am these days.
I know. What
she loved it. It was her first time.
Don't you
seeing
have those
James.
connections?
Come on. Seeing James Taylor, don't need to see him again. No, I'm just kidding.
I saw him at Fenway.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, when he was there. It was 2018.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Yeah, I saw him in New Hampshire.
He and Bonnie Raitt.
He and Bonnie, yeah.
And Bonnie Raitt.
Did they play like just the normal center field at Fenway?
Yeah.
The whole place?
Oh, yeah.
That's a big place for James Taylor style music.
It was fantastic. He was sold out.
Yeah.
Sold out.
Well, Bill Burr can do it.
Well, Bill Burr's hilarious.
He is, but comedy, he must have thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, comedians would think that's crazy.
I'm sure he didn't have like 60,000 people. Maybe he did. Did he sell out? He did sell out, didn't he?
Sell out, yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
They make huge paydays for just one comedian to go up there. I mean, that's why he's doing it for the money. No, but I mean, I do think those comedians are they're used to coming up in those clubs, and that's what a comedian loves is those gritty, basement clubs with no windows. I mean, he must have thought that was crazy. But
I must have thought it was insane. But
it's good for him, though. I mean, it's an event. It's different.
Yeah.
The Foxborough show. That's why we got there, because Foxborough had to start late.
Right.
And he was told about the traffic, and he's looking. He's like, where's everybody?
Oh, jeez.
And so they didn't have an opening act, I guess, and he had some. I don't know if he was working on the crew or what, but some guy who played guitar and had some songs went on there and warmed up the crowd for a bit. So good moment for that guy.
Very good moment for that guy. Very good moment for that guy. That's pretty cool.
Garth got word of it. So again, we're joined by John Moynihan here, Executive Director, Firehouse Center for the Arts, Newburyport. How are you guys doing over there? Busy?
We've been very busy. We had an absolutely crazy summer.
Yeah.
Crazy summer. We did 2 indoor musicals, The Producers, that ran for 6 weeks, and then a couple weeks later reopened once.
Okay.
Which is closing this weekend. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, do it now.
Labor Day weekend. Now's the time.
Labor Day weekend. Get your tickets now. And then we did 3 outdoor shows.
Yep.
That was sponsored by Newburyport Bank, which was really fantastic. So we did those in 3 different locations. We were at the Spencer Pierce Little Farm in Newbury, Heritage Park in Amesbury, and then we just closed in Smollett Farms in North Andover.
Wow.
Which was really great.
As you're getting around.
We are. We started doing concerts, a little bit more regularly. We had 3 concerts this week. Wow. Which is really good. While James Taylor was playing down at Fenway, the MGM and down at Fenway, we had Sweet Baby James, which is the number 1 James Taylor tribute artist, came through here.
That must have worked for you guys in a weird way. I can see people saying, "Oh, should we go see James Taylor?" Oh, look, right down the road.
Honestly, there were a couple people that actually said they made that decision.
Really? No
they
kidding.
They chose to come here to see him instead of paying. I mean, because I'm sure the prices down there for James Taylor were.
It's not that big of a place, MGM, for a guy like that.
Yeah, I think it's 5,000.
Yeah, but think about what he played Fenway, right?
Right, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and then we have some other really great things coming up. We reopened our arts and culture shanties for the first time in 3 years.
Lovely.
Which is really exciting. Those are down in Waterfront Park East, where we did All Shook Up last year.
Nice.
So they're down there. They'll be there for the next 5 weekends or so.
Okay.
Which is really, really exciting to get that program back up and running. And then we just announced our season for next year, and we're just we're off and running. September, October, and we are just crazy for the next year.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Why not?
Why not?
You had enough downtime, did you?
Had enough downtime, Yeah.
Not that you guys actually had downtime. You did a good job during the pandemic, but it must feel good to kind of be rolling again.
It is. I mean, I could still probably use some sleep, but
yeah,
we'll get there.
Well, you got kids too.
Yeah, they started school on Tuesday.
Yeah. And actually, that's what we talked about when I bumped into you on the street of Newburyport, downtown Newburyport.
Yes.
Did your daughter have a second grade teacher yet?
Yeah, we found out on like Sunday.
Days before.
Yeah, seriously. Can't wait to meet you. I'm new. So yeah, it was really great.
Who did they find?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm sure she's great.
Miss Smith is fantastic.
We already know her.
Avonlea. I haven't met her, but Avonlea says she's great.
Wow, what a great endorsement right off the bat.
Yeah.
My wife, she's doing the teaching in Saugus.
Yes.
They got serious staff shortages there.
Yeah.
Tired girl coming home here in this first week.
Yeah, I'm sure. My sister teaches in the same district, so my son is at her school now.
Yeah.
So we've got that watchful eye on him, just in case.
Oh, did you guys talk about that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she knows.
That's good. People have plenty of conversations with her without me.
Oh no, not
Say
your
again. Sorry, I missed it.
My sister.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, no, I'm not in Saugus. I live in Rochester, New Hampshire.
Here he
Drew.
goes. Here he goes. I missed the point. Sorry. Continue on. Why would you send him to Saugus? I understand.
I drive to Saugus, then come to Newburyport because it seems to make sense.
All the kids from Rochester, New Hampshire, doing their schooling in Saugus.
That's right. No, my sister works in the school district.
Gotcha.
So
missed that small detail.
Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. Anyways, so we have that. He started middle school on Tuesday, but they also, the way they do it now is they have 6th, 7th, and 8th grade in the middle school.
Yep.
So 6th grade goes one day for an orientation, and then as the next 2 days off, all 7th and 8th grade go.
Gotcha.
So now he goes back to school again tomorrow, then has a 3-day weekend, and then finally starts.
Why do they do this? I never went to school before Labor Day.
Listen,
never.
I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. Though.
You were like, listen, I don't make the rules.
I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
It always made sense to me to go after the Labor Day weekend.
But I'll tell you why. It's also really great.
Okay.
After a long summer, it's not that terrible to have them out of the house for a little bit. I love my kids.
Yeah.
Love my kids. Sarah's still laughing at us out there.
I was going to see where you went with this. I love my kids. The one has been really bad.
No, they're great. Like they're fantastic. But they need the stimulation.
Who's the trouble right now?
Other people.
What's the age that's the trouble? It's not so much the person; it's the age.
I mean, they all have their own quirks.
This is well handled. You're generally bundling them all.
No, they all have their own quirks. They all do their own things that are just like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
But then I look back and I remember, like, why are you doing that? Like, there's a great story that goes around the house. When we were younger, like, this may come as a big surprise for you.
Okay.
Big surprise. When I was growing up, like, I enjoyed being, like, in front of the camera and, like, center of attention and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we were vacationing, and my dad was filming like a gorge. Sort of thing, like a good old ravine. Yeah. And of course, I want to step in front of the camera and be like, "Hey, here I am!" Yeah. So I step in front of the camera. He gets rightfully nervous that I'm going to fall down to my doom. He pulls me back and goes, "What are you doing, you damn fool?" And so later on, because this is parents at that age or back then had the video camera. Where he came back and recorded me as I'm sulking looking over the bridge, and he's like, "John, what's wrong?" He's like, "I'm upset about your swear." I'm like, "What swear?" I said, "Damn fool." He's like, I'm gonna tell Nanny about your swear." It's a whole thing. It's just one of those things that we talk about.
Yeah.
One of those stories that never goes away. So
it's funny.
I see things like sometimes when my kids get upset about things, like, yeah, all right.
I can picture sad John.
I recall not being able to do that one thing that I wanted, and it ruining the rest of my day, and me telling
yelled at me.
Yeah, me telling people that don't want to see you anymore. Luckily, my kids have never done the classic where they packed their bags and like stood left the house and like we're running away.
Oh, is that's a classic move? I feel like
I think so. I mean, I think everybody did it back in the day.
I don't think I realized everybody was doing it. I don't think I knew everybody was doing it.
Yeah,
I thought that was like a Drew creation.
No,
well, my parents are gonna be scared about this.
You're not. Yeah, right.
I'm gonna pack my.
You are not alone. My parents have pictures of us like at the top of the stairs, like with our bags ready to go. Because Sarah, did you ever do that? Sarah says no. Well, good for you.
No.
Congratulations.
Good kid.
Yeah, right.
I used to pack the bags preemptively, like if my parents said we weren't going to go to Maine, and like I loved Maine, and like we're not going to do it this weekend, and like I knew like my cousins were going to be up there, but we had things to do. Yeah. I'd pack my bags and say like I'm going.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, it's going to be tough for you to drive.
I shall walk.
8-year-old Drew. Yeah, I shall walk. Then I'll pack lighter and walk.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I know I can take the train from Boston to Portland, so I got that going for me.
Portland. So I was just in Portland the other night for why was I there? Why was I in Portland? We went to Portland after a show at Thompson's Point.
I was gonna say, were you in Thompson's Point?
Where we went to see. Who did we go to see? We went to see Dispatch in Guilford. Who did we go to see? Who did we see at Thompson's? Oh, Camp. That's right. Camp.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I would have loved to have gone to see that. I just got their new album.
Oh,
the new record. So, because, of course, you got to go to plug Dino Records.
Nice.
I go there all the time.
Yeah.
So they have...
Records are cool.
Records are cool. Their new album, Lavender Days, is fantastic. Yeah. And the record itself is lavender. Yeah,
that is cool.
I'm a sucker for like
I don't have
when they make the records like different colors and stuff like that. One I have is clear, which is so cool.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I like that's what people don't get about the records. That's the cool part. You get to actually handle it.
Yeah,
the art and everything.
Yeah,
they were great by the way. That band. That's a good band.
I know. I got to see them when they come back.
They're interesting. They're like they're very much like a band. They're like a club kind of band. Like I think they're kind of getting used to the success maybe.
Yeah.
And like to play in a big place like that. Sold out Thompson's Point.
Yeah. Like they're what, 7,500, something like
that? Tickets?
Yeah. Is that what I think they are?
Yeah, maybe less.
Okay.
Maybe like 60 Thompson's Point. But it was
not the dollars. Wait, how many people can fit there?
Oh, so I actually know the answer to that. I looked it up. It's a weird answer.
Yeah.
Right? 3,000 to 8,000. And I don't know why that's that disparity.
Well, because I think they have like that inner point, and then I think like if they know it's going to be a big show, they allow you to kind of go out a little bit.
Well, because you can like set up chairs on the second half of like the lawn, so everybody up front stands, and then you set up chairs. So maybe did they close that off? Is that what they do? They don't.
I think so. Yeah, I think sometimes they close it off depending on on the show.
So they must have sold out like 8,000 people.
That's pretty great.
Yeah,
good for them.
There were no tickets. Like I was shocked. It was downpouring, like lightning, like you wouldn't believe on that night.
Oh, was that the show they postponed for like a little bit, and then
it was pushed back a bit.
Yeah,
it was actually that's a funny
I remember
moment.
seeing it on the.
Did they see? I should have been watching that. I was like, I wonder if this thing's pushed back a little. It seems like there's nobody there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They said it's very wet. Prepare to be standing in puddles.
I'm having a drink, going. Maybe it's that lightning over Portland that's the problem. That seems to be it. But the band Bahamas opened for them, which I don't.
Also very good.
Yeah, I don't know too much about them. But
they're great.
I know like a couple of their songs. Like All the Time in the World and that stuff. But somebody was like a group in front was yelling for them to play one song, probably their other big hit that I don't know. And he goes, I think because they had to go on late, their set was a little bit crunched down, and like he was getting told 45 seconds, you gotta get off. It's like, hey, I hear you guys yelling for that song. He goes, here's 45 seconds of it. Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
It was really funny.
That's
like
awesome.
The whole place like really appreciated it. He just came off as like a cool guy. So
he is cool.
Yeah,
he is cool. He's a fantastic musician.
They were a good little opener. But the camp was. I've had a lot of great shows. Head in the Heart was awesome this summer.
Yeah, they played Thompson Point too, right?
Yes, although I was not at that one.
Okay.
I had friends that went to that one and actually encouraged me to go.
Yeah.
I was like, I've seen them, I like them a lot. But and then I went to the show at the old Harbor Lights there.
In Boston?
In Boston, yeah.
Yep.
And it's which is like a new bank every year.
I know.
They name it Harbor Lights always to me. But
exactly.
That place is another sweet place to see a show. And camp that night was, Head in the Heart that night was so good.
Yeah.
I forgot how much I love those moments when you forget how much you love a band.
Yeah.
And I kind of did through the pandemic. And they were one of of the last shows I saw before the pandemic.
Oh, nice.
It was at BU.
Okay.
I don't know if you've been in that Aganis Arena that they built for the Terriers there, but it's kind of like it's just different. It's like a cookie cutter kind of sterile environment.
Yeah.
And they weren't quite big enough yet for it, so the place wasn't quite full, and just kind of just didn't catch fire that night.
Yeah.
I think they were probably like, so this is Boston? I'm surprised.
Yeah, right. Well, they play Boston. They have. I think they do a lot more.
But it was like, right in the heart of
there.
Boston.
Yeah.
Like, they have their own show at this stadium, like an arena. I thought they thought it would be an electric crowd.
Yeah.
And it wasn't them, it was the crowd. And it just wasn't. So I think I think when I saw them this summer at Harbor Lights, I think they were like, so that's it.
One of my favorite memories of them was when I was still up in Portsmouth.
Yeah.
They came and played the Park back in 2013.
The Park.
Prescott Park.
Oh, Prescott Park. Okay.
Yeah,
Is that what we call it, the Park? I didn't know that.
I don't know what I'm allowed to say, so I don't want to have Sarah banging on the window, being like,
"You're fine."
So yeah, they played up. They played there. It was the year they were touring with Dave Matthews.
Oh, okay.
So they came off the Dave Matthews tour to do like a little mini tour, and we were one of their first shows, and they finished the set with, at the time, Rivers and Roads was their big one. Probably still is. Yeah. Probably still is the one they go out on the encore. But it was just really cool because at the end, and I think they do this now as part of their thing, and I think they always probably did do, but it was cool for me, was they all got up on the drum platform at the very end, and they were all like banging on the cymbals, and it was just like a really cool way to end the show. And the place was packed. People loved it. That was when they were just like coming out, because they had just put out I think it was right around they just put out that first album a couple of years ago or a year before.
Their new one's great.
Their new one is great.
Awesome.
Is great. I need to get that.
Is Song of the Summer, I think.
I need to get it.
Played it all summer.
I need to get it on vinyl.
On vinyl. Off he goes to get it on vinyl.
It's kind of what I do. I'll have to send you a picture one time of all the vinyl that I have purchased.
See, I have 3 record players. I got to be honest, I don't use them that often, just out of pure laziness.
It's in my office, so it's how I listen to my music in the office.
That's good.
And going to that unnamed record store is one of my favorite pastimes. But I've probably spent like $5,000 or $6,000 there in the 5 years that I've been here.
Wow.
I have a lot of records now.
Really?
A lot.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I had a guy on here, Frank Vielli. Great, really good. You should check him out. He's really good here. And he did like a swing through here. Plays all over the country, though. Writes really good songs. And he has been listening. He's like he's like you. He just loves music.
An audiophile?
Yeah, but he goes to... As he's touring, he does the same thing, bounces into every record store, but he made it a thing to listen to one record a day. Mm-hmm. Doesn't have to be something he loves, hopefully something he doesn't even know, and just listen to it take an hour, take whatever it is, and just listen to it all the way through, and then he writes a little something about it. And It's like, I've learned stuff about so many bands, and like you can see where this comes from this, and why this person influenced that, and I was like, what a cool thing.
That is really cool.
So I know Frankie Vielli, he was good in here. Go see him when he comes back around. What is else? So what has been the most rewarding part coming out of the pandemic scene? Is it just seeing people come back into the doors of the Firehouse?
It is. It really is. Just seeing people come back and seeing like the way the community is getting they stayed behind us the entire time, but seeing the way they're getting behind it. And we were very specific in what we wanted to do this year, and the main goal of this year was to really up the quality of the programming and the productions that we did. Yeah. And based on the feedback that we've received, we achieved that. We were successful in that. And so that's been so rewarding and so fantastic to hear that feedback of like, wow, I can't believe I saw that here. Yeah. Which has been what I've wanted for the entire time I've been here. So that's been really nice, and like this next season that we have coming up is going to be able to take it to that next level.
Well, are you one of those perfectionists hard on yourself? Like if there's a show you see and you're like, we're not getting that right, it just bothers
you? Like, yes. I mean, yes and no. Ultimately what it comes down to for me is, I want to make sure that like the artists are having a good time and that we're treating everybody fairly. Like one of the things that we did was we set like a minimum payment of what we're going to pay everybody now. And we're working to become one of the better paid spaces within the community, because if there's one thing that the pandemic taught us a lot of things, but the one thing the pandemic taught us is just how, for lack of a better term, like abused performers have been by producers. You know, and me as a performer and as somebody, like, I felt guilty about it because I found myself like being guilty of not necessarily valuing people's times appropriately. Yeah. So we worked really hard to make sure that in order to get that top tier talent, we need to value their time and value what they're doing. And so, you know, we're now again one of the leaders in terms of paying our actors, paying our performers, paying our band members, and our production teams an equitable rate so that their time is being valued for what they do. Because we're nothing. We can't exist without community coming to see it, but if they have nothing to see, they're not going to come. Yeah. So we can't exist without these two things. So we need to treat them. We need to take care of them both equally in order for us to be able to, maintain and be what we are.
Very admirable, John Moynihan.
Oh, thank you.
I like that. I think Executive Director, Firehouse Center for the Arts in Newburyport. Final moment with you. We go by fast, don't we?
I know.
It's crazy.
I don't know what we talked about.
I know. Yeah.
Started with traffic.
It's a Boston. It's a greater Boston thing, okay? For somebody who was stuck in it today, that was me. We always joked over the shows we did over the pandemic that you wished you would get to a point where you don't have to ask about COVID vaccinations and all that stuff when you get through the door. Yeah. Are we there yet?
We are. We no longer require COVID vaccinations for audience members. We don't have any of that. You know, we have, obviously people aren't feeling well. We ask them to be respectful. And everyone is welcome to wear a mask. They're not required to.
And I don't applaud because I'm all for vaccinations. I don't applaud because of that. I just applaud because it's a sign that things are getting back to normal.
It is.
That's all I was saying.
I mean,
don't get all political on me, people. It's not what I was doing.
It still continues to be a struggle, and I know we're not alone in the fact that the performing arts are struggling to come back to where, you know, to those pre-pandemic levels. You know, we don't have, and this is gonna sound weird, we don't have the luxury of like a Broadway show if it's just not working out. Like, all right, we're just gonna close. You know, we don't have that luxury. We still have bills to pay and people that need to, people that we need to support and take care of. And so, you know, if I can ask one thing of this audience is, come back. Whether it's the Firehouse, whether it's to another one of your local venues, come back. We're doing everything we can to keep everybody safe, and we need you. In order for us to succeed, we need you. There's a great line in Once, and it's something that's really resonated with me. It's actually a board member who brought it up to me. After they record their album, they're talking, and the local music shop owner is like, I don't even know why, you know, no one's coming to buy my instruments. I don't even know why I'm going to open. And one of the other characters says, you know, a city isn't a city without music. You know, Dublin needs you. And that's just, and then that's really stuck with me. You know, Newburyport isn't Newburyport without all the arts and culture that we have here. So we need that support in order to be here. And quite honestly, everybody every once in a while needs that bit of cathartic release of being able to sit down for a couple hours and take in some really great entertainment. So
well said. That's a good way to end the show. That was nice and warm to end the show. Well done.
Thank you.
So then I got to go one more. The Prescott Park. I used to do some work there.
I did.
And I know I bumped into it at a couple shows. That must have been cool meeting those artists and stuff. I remember you talked to Amos Lee. I think
talked to Amos Lee. Got to hang out with him a little bit. He was great.
Good dude.
He's really nice.
I think I only mentioned that because I'm going. I think Sunday I'm going. I just literally remembered this. I have plans for Sunday. The Wild Rivers group.
Wild Rivers is going to be there on Sunday.
My wife really likes them.
Indigo Girls tonight.
Who's there?
Indigo Girls.
Indigo Girls
are going to be at Prescott Park tonight.
Really?
You're driving up to Portsmouth right after this, aren't you?
Yes. Here I go, right from the show now. I did not know that.
Yeah, they're going to be there tonight with.
Are you going to go?
I might. I don't know. It's been a busy.
It's been
a busy couple of weeks. I haven't seen the kids as much, so I'm going to try and go home and see them.
But they've been real pains lately.
No, that's not what I meant. Jeez, Drew, don't take that out of context.
Just kidding. Welcome back to school, kids.
Yeah,
right. You have a great first month.
But Lucy Wainwright Roach is going to be there.
Wow.
So, you know, of the Canadian Wainwright and Roach family.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be fun. Well, if you go, have fun. If you stay with the kids, have fun.
I'm definitely going to stay with the kids. Maybe I'll take them. Who knows?
There you go.
Probably not. They don't do well.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. They like to run around.
Well, it's that age.
It is. Ages.
Deep breath. And well, you, sir, have a heck of a September. John Moynihan, Executive Director, Firehouse Center for the Arts, Newburyport. It's been fun.
Always is.
Absolutely. Sarah Blackstone producing, directing, and like everything else. She made me coffee too.
And she laughs at us. We need that from time to time to make sure what's going on.
It's definitely not always with us. Sometimes it's just at us.
Rightfully so.
John Moynihan, live at Drew's House, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Thanks, everybody. Peace.